Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to this card making project. In this project I'm going to be using the Griffin Charlotte collection and the glitter stickers and maybe a chalkboard stamp as well. Everything I do use I'll put down below in the description box, and then there'll be a link if I'm able to add a link, and that'll give you more details and information and where you can purchase it. So first of all, I'm going to start off with my card base. I've got to be honest, I've already put one layer onto it. But we're going to start off, as always, we're going to make sure we've got a good sharp score on the actual card itself. And the card size I'm using is a 6x6" square card in Ivory. And I shall show you how that looks on our cardometer so that you can get an idea of size, because I know you like to get just a rough idea of how big it is. So ours sits there on our scale, 7x7 and 8x8 the largest, and that's ours. There we go. So I'm going to start off, as always, doing the inside for you. So this is really simple but pretty inside. As always, I'm going to start off with an ivory layer. So it's more of a panel than an actual flip inside insert. So I've cut a panel that's just slightly smaller than our card itself. And I've got double-sided tape on the back of it. I'll just peel the back away and then we can add our first layer. So this will sit inside our card just about there. Oops, sticking to my fingers. There. So that's our first layer. Next, I've got a piece from the Charlotte collection that I've cut into a strip that's just approximately less than, it's 2 centimetres. There we go, I've just measured it. I thought it was going to be just less than 2, but it is exactly 2 centimetres. And I'm going to stick the strip through the centre of the card, like that. And I'm just going to snip away the excess from both sides. So there we go, that's one side. That's two side. Just get rid of that little bit. So next, for our inside, I've used Anna's chalkboard stamps, and I've used the two-tone colouring technique. If you've watched the how to use the chalkboard stamps and make them into sentiments, on it I actually show you how to stamp using two colours. So instead of colouring it all the way around and then tinting it, I've coloured it at the top in Anna's green ink, and then I've coloured it with one of the ink pads from the new summer fall collection, and I've stamped the bottom part so it looks like it changes colour. It's like an ombre effect. So I've already got double-sided tape on the back of this, and I'm simply going to add this to the centre of our inside, like so. So that means we've got space to write our sentiments, who it's to, who it's from, if you've got anything extra to say, and it will turn in nicely with the front of the card. So that's what we're going to do next, is the front, and I'm just again going to score it just to make sure that it's going to stand up nicely. I've already added a layer on the base of this, only because I wanted the layer to be as nearly as big as the card, and I wouldn't be able to see to put it on looking through the camera lens as I'm actually putting it on. So because I always have trouble getting that first layer quite straight. So that's from Anna's Perfect Palette range of cardstock. Next, what we've done is taken a sheet from the Charlotte collection, and it's the white flowers. I don't know what the papers are called. And this is on double-sided tape, and I've already added that just for speed. So we'll take the back of it away and add this to our previous layer, leaving a little bit around the edge. Now I know sometimes we forget that some people don't know what mat and layering is. So mat and layering is adding your paper or your cardstock layer by layer and slightly smaller in size as you go up, and one's a mat, one's a layer, and that's why it's mat and layering. So that's what we've done with our first 2 layers. Next, what I've got is another strip of the turquoise cardstock with a full floral, and I'm going to just position this across the top of the... Oops, do you know something? I'm not. I'm getting myself all muddled up now. I'm doing it the wrong way around. I'm actually going to add one of the glitter stickers first. Now this was the round glitter sticker from the main glitter sticker collection, the All Occasion, and just because it's round doesn't mean to say that you can't cut into the shapes. Any of them you would be able to change if you want to manipulate them to fit the card that you're using. You don't have to use them as they are. So I wanted this just to have a little bit wider in circumference, because I need to add a few bits through the centre and it would be lost underneath them. So I'm simply cut it in half, and then I'm going to add it to the card, and I'm going to run it through the centre, leaving a little bit of a gap. And that's why I was too eager with this strip. I was going to add this strip here, so I knew how wide it was going to be. Oops, pop it back there. And use it as just a rough guide to knowing where to put the edge of my sticker. So I'm going to place one side there, and then the other side of the sticker is going to go roughly at the other side, like so. So I'm using this strip as a guide, and there, that looks about right. And because the stickers, they'll sit nicely and stick down nicely. So we've got our glitter sticker on, and now I can go back to my panel, and then I can add that to the centre of the card, like so. So that covers up the edges of the sticker that we've just cut, and now you would never know. Next, I've taken one of the panels, one of the embossing folders from the Garden Cuttings range, and I've embossed some of the green metallic cardstock, and I'm simply going to position that through the centre of the card over the strip that we've added. Now you see how the circle glitter sticker just sticks out, and you can just see it. If we'd have left it the size that it was, you wouldn't be able to see as much of it. So I'm just going to straighten that a little bit. Then from the Charlotte collection, there's some gorgeous floral sentiments, and I've taken the one with the red flower and the word thanks on it. I've got double-sided foam pads on the back of this, and I'm just going to peel the back of them away like that, and then pop that through the centre of our card. And lastly, I've got a little red satin bow, and I've got it on a glue dot, so I can position that just to the side on our emboss section. And that is our card finished. So that's the inside and that's the outside. And it matches perfectly with the colouring and the tones. And it's such a pretty card just to say thank you. It'll still go in an envelope and it'll stand up nicely because you've got your good sharp score. And that is using the gorgeous new Charlotte collection. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching. If you want to find me on Facebook, please do so. If you've enjoyed this, please give me the thumbs up. I've got plenty more of the demonstrations available for you to watch. And hopefully I shall see you again next time.